Hi everyone, welcome to Draw What I Want, a channel where I learn how to draw and I share my experience with you all. Thank you so much for being a part of this journey. In today's video, I'm going to be learning to draw pyramids, and I'm going to be using a book by Mark Kistler to guide my approach. So this is the book that I've been using since the beginning of my drawing journey. And the pyramid this is the lesson 19 of it. So this is what I'm going to be doing. So I haven't tried drawing them yet. This is literally the first time I'm gonna learn. So yeah, hopefully you will learn as well. I was gonna say, if you are learning to draw as well, then please feel free to follow along. Or alternatively, hopefully just enjoy watching the video and just see how I apply the techniques. So as always, I've got my sketchbook here, pencil sharpener, eraser. So let's go. I have noticed that I'm already about 1/3 of the sketchbook completed. And yeah, 1/3 of the book completed as well. So very excited to kind of finish it. And then I'm already thinking about what other book I will get to help me learn to draw. Yeah, so we'll see. Anyway, so let's begin. I'm gonna use this side of the sketchbook. I think these ones are going to be pretty straightforward, and to be honest with you, I'm actually kind of quite excited about going back to drawing just like cubes, squares, triangles, because I've done a few lessons where I was drawing cylinders, scroll and things like that. I feel I'm ready to go back to just drawing straight lines, because before, if you have watched my previous videos, for example, there's been an occasion where I was drawing so many kind of like cubes, houses, that I was kind of ready to draw wavy objects, like for example lilies and, as I say, cylinders. So it's definitely nice to switch it around a little bit, for me personally anyway. Okay, so let's go. So I'm just gonna read through what the artist is saying here, and then we're just gonna follow a step-by-step guide on how to do it. But yes, see, it's fairly short compared to all the previous ones. Okay, so in this lesson you will learn how to draw a 3-dimensional pyramid. Why pyramid, you ask? Because I've always wanted to go to Egypt to climb the ancient pyramids. Yeah, I've never been to Egypt myself. Pyramids is something that I'd be excited to see, just as a history and a thing like that. So anyway, until that day, I always have my imagination and my sketchbook handy, and so do you. We will be drawing the pyramid by using the following drawing concepts: overlapping, horizon lines, shading, and shadows. This lesson will also help you practice smooth single value shading. Okay, single value shading. Because the sides of a pyramid are flat, they require one consistent tone for shading. I guess this is what he is referring to. Unlike cylinders, flags, and other curved surfaces that require blended shading from dark to light. Okay, I get it. Now let's begin. Draw a straight vertical line. Then slant the sides of the pyramid down, keeping the angle of the slanted lines identical and keeping the middle line longer. Okay. It's kind of like an error then. Could probably do it a little bit wider. Maybe let's try and do it a little bit wider. Like that. Could even do it wider. And then thinking of your drawing direction, shall I do it wider straight away? Let me do it wider straight away. Like that? Yeah, that's better. So, thinking of your drawing direction reference cube, draw the bottom of the pyramid in directions NW and NE. So it's like that, okay. Yeah. And then anchor the pyramid to the sand with a horizon line. Horizon line. Position your light source and draw a guideline in direction SW for your cast shadow. So we've got horizon. So what's the reason for it? Is we're anchoring the pyramid to the sand. And then we're drawing the light source. And then the shadow. Now add smooth one-tone single value shading to the side of the pyramid opposite your light source. Add a smooth one-tone single value shading to the side of the pyramid opposite your light source. One-tone single value shading. Excuse me. Single value, I don't know what he means by that, single value shading. Single value shading, it's a consistent tone of shading. So it's pretty much the same as this then. Like that, but I think this one is darker. Right? So let me just show you, this is what he's talking about, and this is mine. Right, next, you can stop here and you have a great looking pyramid. Okay, that's easy. You can stop here and you have a great looking pyramid. You can add the texture of stone blocks, draw some crumbling edges, and piles of stone debris, and you have an ancient site. I'm thinking more along the lines of adding doors. If the door is on the right, the thickness is on the right. If the door is on the left, the thickness is on the left. Okay. So, okay, so we'll do a new one. So, look. Looks more like a tent or something, you know, like a camping tent. Different sizes, it's fine. See, that's one issue that I have with everything whenever I'm drawing. It's making everything the same size. Wait, that's not right, that's wrong. I'll just do this one like that, and then I'll practice another one. So look, let's try. That's better. And then, so I'm just looking at his picture, you know, like the open door. So draw the thickness on the right side, of the door. Like that. And then we'll erase this. Yeah, that's nice. It's kind of like it's one of those things that it's fairly easy to draw, but it makes a big difference to making it look better. And then we'll do a bit of shading. So we've got the horizon here, the sun. So we've got the sun, yeah, the horizons, this is all sand, and then the sun there, the light source, the sun or the moon. Oh, wait. So we're making this one's a bit darker. Oh, excuse me for the shaking. Yeah, that's pretty cool. And then a little bit of shading there. This one needs to be darker. Yeah, nice. I'm happy with that. I think this is fairly easy to draw. Simple technique, not much you can get wrong. It's because, like, for example, if you were watching my previous videos when I was learning to draw the scroll, I was really finding it quite challenging doing the scroll itself, you know, like the wavy bit. It just somehow didn't look right. I wasn't feeling satisfied with it, and it was becoming like, the more I was trying it, the more I was getting a little bit stressed out. Whereas with this one, I find it simple. This is really, really simple. It looks good the way it's supposed to look. Look. Yeah, I'm happy with this one. So okay. And then the next ones are the challenges. Well, that's pretty much it. And actually, with the pyramid, let me try and just draw it a couple more times over here, just to make sure that I've got it. Just to make sure that I've got it. So let's do it here. The main thing to remember is that it needs to be white. Yeah, that's that. And then the doors. They need to be kind of the same height and the same width. I mean, this one's a little bit bigger than the other one, but it's fine. And then it's this one. So the left indoor is here, like that. The right door is gonna be here. And then what we're doing is we're raising this line here. Yeah, and then the shadowings. So this one, it needs to be actually, wait, we want the horizon, the light source. Like that. And then this one a little bit lighter. What is it called again? One sound single value shading. Yeah, and then this one a little bit lighter. Brilliant. Yeah, so they're both almost identical. Okay, well, that's that, and I think I've got it. I'm happy with this. Fairly straightforward. I'm not going to continue doing it for today's video. I'll probably do another video where I just practice it just to kind of solidify the knowledge, make sure I've kind of definitely got it. Maybe see if I can do those ones. I mean, those different pictures, they're like very advanced. I'm definitely not at that level, but I do enjoy drawing this kind of ones. They're like more tent lookings. So I'll probably, excuse me, just do a few of those ones during my practice video. Just to see if I can improve. Yeah, so I think the main thing is to remember when I'm practicing, to see how else I can improve, is just to remember that both of these lines, they need to be quite wide. They need to be even as well. See, this one is not completely even. They just need to be even, the same size. And then when I draw the doors, they need to be equal as well. They need to be the same size, the same width, the same height. So I think that's something that I'm going to practice. All right. And then, I don't know, I might do some coloring in. I'll see how I feel. Maybe I'll just continue doing another project. All right then, so yeah, if you did follow along with me, do let me know in the comment section, how did you find it? Did you find it easy or did you find it challenging? Have you ever drawn pyramids before, or if this is your first time? And do let me, for example, if you followed along my previous lessons where I was doing like, you know, cylinders, scrolls and things like that, which ones do you find easier to draw, the pyramids or the cylinders? All right then, but that's it for today's video. Thank you so much for joining. If you did enjoy this video, then please do like it and consider subscribing to the channel just to kind of follow my progress. Yeah, just to hopefully see how I improve and get really good at drawing. All right then, thanks very much everybody, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.